Behind home plate, we bringing it to them all day. You know what's up? Welcome to Birdland. Win or lose, we bringing it to you always. You know what's up? Welcome to Birdland. Orange or black, we rebuild the pack. No matter where we at, you know we coming back. Section 336, we on this, so tune in. You know what's up? Welcome to Birdland. Yeah, welcome to Birdland. You know what's up? Welcome to Birdland. Now, here come the boys from Section 336.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Baltimore sports fans of all ages, welcome to Section 336, Next Generation of Baltimore Sports Talk. As always, I am your endearingly stunning host, Matt Sroka, and I'm joined by a guy who, at the Yankee series, jumped off the Orioles ship, now is back on the ship, the button lover, Josh Sroka.
No, I have never jumped off this ship. We've seen well worse losing, and I stick with this ship. But
okay. I'm just saying we haven't recorded in a couple weeks. I thought people were talking that you, Josh, no one would suspect that I jumped off the ship, but some people were talking that you jumped off the ship. Yeah.
I don't believe any of your speculation. That is all fake news. Next, you're going to tell me that a bunch of pastors got together to prepare the world for UFOs.
Okay, is that I don't even know if that. I assume that's the truth. I missed that story.
That's the story that was running around today. Was that the government got a bunch of pastors together to say, "Hey, aliens are real. Aliens are going to come down to Earth and say that they created us. You need to be prepared for your congregation."
Okay, Josh, I love how we haven't talked Orioles in 2 weeks, and there's so much to get to. It's been a roller coaster ride.
I know, but I know
you
you're
start
the
off with
alien
UFO
guy.
talk. Yeah,
and
I found the Facebook group Christians Who Believe in Aliens. I found that group on Facebook.com.
Yes. All right. So maybe we'll have to do a spin-off. Maybe we'll do a special episode of a podcast where we don't talk Orioles. We talk Christians Who Believe in Aliens.
Yeah. I would like to host that podcast. Absolutely.
Yeah, maybe we'll do like one bonus episode. We'll put it out here and on the Michael Mara Show. We can do it on both.
Okay, sounds good. All right, Orioles talk. I don't even know. I mean, we're recording this on just to set the record straight on Wednesday night after the Orioles have taken the second game against Miami. This coming after a rough series against the Yankees.
Yeah.
Just setting the context.
Yeah. You mean a winning streak?
Yeah, it's 2. Yeah. Call it a winning streak.
A winning streak against the Marlins. But I guess, I don't know. Were you like me where you were prepared that, hey, we might go down to Miami and just get embarrassed even more? Because the team's so frustrating to watch the past 2 weeks.
Yeah, this feels like 2 evenly matched teams, Miami and the Orioles. When we played the Yankees, and we'll get into this, but I just felt like we were overmatched. Like they were clearly just a better team from top to bottom than we were, and frankly, it wasn't even that close. So Miami's more on our level. We'll stick with Miami. So, I think that series against the Yankees and this up against Miami, this whole season, these things reveal stuff about you and about your opponent. And certainly the Yankees look like far and away the best team. At least I think a lot of people underestimated. They look like old school Yankees. Welcome back I think, to the dark side Yankees. And the Orioles look very average right now.
Yeah, I think maybe 2 of those games the Orioles were in it for about 3 innings, and then the rest was like just a blowouts.
Yeah, the final scores were blowouts. If you want to do like we did, I felt against Fried and Schlittler, we got a lot of base runners on.
Yeah.
There was several unfortunate double plays. A couple that were even hit really hard. So if you want to get real into it, I think there were some moments where we could have been more competitive.
I agree.
But the end result is, for a series we were kind of excited and pumped up for, we got our butts kicked.
And we played disappointing baseball leading into that series.
Yes.
So it's been a kind of miserable 2 weeks, at least, if not the whole season. So I know we're coming into this like talking like we won 2 games in a row, and that's great. And you got to play who's on your schedule and can't take that away. And it's a tough road trip, I guess, according to Masson. But it still can't be too positive at this point, right? There's still lots of things to be irritated with about this team.
Yeah, absolutely. Like this, I'm not optimistic. I don't know where you want to start. You can start with injuries. You can start with pitching. You can start with managing.
There's
a lot of stuff to cover with what's going on with this team right now.
Should we start with Craig?
All right, yeah.
Should we start with the quote?
Coach Albernes. I mean, Manager Albernes.
Yeah. All right. So this was after Monday's loss, right?
This was
in New York, the 4-game, which I will never understand if it's not a holiday.
This was actually
series that ends on a Monday.
For the record, this was, I know it's a weird thing. This was the pregame talk before Monday's game. So after
this was pregame.
They lost before the Monday game.
All right.
Where Albernes has this gem.
In early, January, February, off season, you guys spoke of this team being capable of a deep playoff run, a World Series team. Are those expectations still reasonable for this group, given the manner of play that you're seeing?
Yeah, hell yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I mean, if you want to jump ship, you can jump ship, but don't ask to come back on.
You're right.
That's it. Like, it's a long season.
All you had to say was, hell yeah.
We're going about the process.
But wait, he doubles down here in
a
second.
He doubles down. Like we had these 4 games have been tough, but it's 4 games. And every loss, it sinks to lose, no matter what it is. But you want to go back out the next day and get back to work and try to win in that game in front of you. It's the beauty of baseball. We play 162 games. But like I said, if you want to jump ship, you can. Just don't ask to get back on.
It is again.
It's such a stupid quote. And
I know. I want to give him a pass on it, but I can't because it's so dumb.
And what's that reporter? Is it Peter Manaka? Is that who it is that asked?
I don't know who asked the question.
I believe it was Peter Manaka.
It's a legit question. Has the expectations changed for this team? I think it's legit.
But here's my problem. The reporter has been running cover now for this and being like, well, he just wasn't talking about the fan base. He was just making a joke with me.
Yes.
And trying to protect Craig. Where I get, all right, maybe that's the case. You don't say that into a live microphone that you know is on TV.
Yeah, it's a dumb. I tend to want to give him a pass too, but it's, if you just think about it for 2 seconds, it's so dumb on so many levels. I don't know what jump ship even means, Josh. But after what Oriole fans have been through, we've been through the past 20 years of this team perennial losing. We've been through the more recent Mike Elias, the tanking, and yet this 4-game series is going to cause all these Oriole fans to jump ship. Shut up.
Right. But I can say, but I can answer that question so much better. All you have to and stick with the exact same sentiment he was trying to say. It's just, hell yeah, it's a long season. Sure, people are going to count us out, but it's a long season, and we're going to be there. And you shut up.
It's normal. And listen, by the way, okay, so our father, who's been an Orioles fan from the beginning, I don't want to put his age and all his information out there, but he was cheering for Babe Ruth when Babe Ruth was on the Orioles minor league team. The Baltimore minor league team. He's that old.
I don't. And that math doesn't work out, but okay.
He's been a fan from the beginning, and for all these, all these decades of cheering for the Orioles, and he was pumped up for this. We were, and we won't get into this because we have so much Orioles talk, but we went to the Great Wolf Lodge, maybe time at the end, maybe. The Great Wolf Lodge so I got to hang out with Dad. I don't get to see him as much as I would like. So we got to spend the weekend together.
Did he tell you about watching Babe Ruth play?
Yeah, that was part of this conversation.
Right. You know when Babe Ruth played?
Yeah, it was a joke, Josh, about his age. All right.
Whatever. Well, I think it's before the Orioles were even the Orioles.
Right. It was but he played for the minor league version. All right.
The Baltimore Baseball Club.
Yes, exactly. The Baltimore Baseball Club. So anyway. And he was, we're spending time with family, our sisters there as well. But when the Yankee series was happening, like that was taking a break from the family, appointment viewing, because this is a big series. We have been playing great, but the Yankees are in first place in our division. The rivalry's back on.
Away.
Dad snuck away. I still hung out. I was doing the water slides and stuff. I can't help myself. But Dad snuck away to focus his attention on the Oriole game. And then they got their butts kicked. And the next day, like a fool, he, fooled me once, shame on you. He went back to it again.
Yes.
And then a third time. And after the third time of seeing the Orioles get whooped, that's when I think he texted both of us and was like, he's kind of done. He's kind of done watching Orioles for now.
He said.
Yeah, for my mental health. And I think this is not jumping ship, but this is a normal response. when your team that you have high expectations for are playing your rival, or at least the team that we hate the most, and you get your butt kicked, and you have high expectations, you get your butt kicked night after night after night. I think the normal response is to not watch the next game on TV, to not show up and spend money at the game, to not buy the merchandise when your team is getting their butts kicked. This is not, I think this is just a normal human response of being a fan of a team. And so this is not jumping ship. This is saying we are irritated, disappointed with how you guys are playing. Play better. And we don't have to sit here and watch you guys stink up the joint.
In 2023, we won 101 games. In 2024, we won 91 games. And Mike Elias had chances to go all in on those seasons and said, no, we're not ready yet. 2025, 2026 is our chance. 2025 came and we stunk. 2026, we signed Pete Alonso and somehow convinces us that we have the pitching, that we have two aces on our staff, so we don't even have to go get pitching. We've got Trevor Rogers. We got Kyle Bradish. We've got so much pitching, we were convinced in the preseason that we don't even know what to do. We've got so much starting pitching. This team has underperformed in every single part of a baseball game. The injuries we got to get to. They're out of control. The offense is swinging away, finally seeing a little small ball tonight, but everyone is swinging for home runs, and that's killing guys like Gunnar Henderson. Defensively, we're seeing errors every night. We are seeing errors every night that cost runs, where it's not just simple mistakes, where Basallo overthrows the ball and a run scores. We're seeing stupid errors every night. We're seeing starting pitching that if starting pitching can get through 5 innings, we have a good chance of winning the game. But they're generally not doing that. And then we've got bullpens, guys that are coming in and just imploding, where the game will be close enough, and then you get to that bullpen and it blows out. There's nothing right now that we are doing well as a team.
Yeah, and to zoom back in that you mentioned, Josh, the big picture of it, when Mike Elias got here in 2018 in 2019, and we sucked for a while, and we piled up these #1 draft picks like Jackson Holliday and Adley Rutschman and Heston Kjerstad, and we had a foundation of good young pitchers there like Grayson Rodriguez and DL Hall, and we were rebuilding this thing, and then we prepare for takeoff or whatever, and what we didn't know at the time, liftoff. I'm sorry, what we didn't know at the time was liftoff. All that meant was we're stopping trading away all our players,
right?
And now we're not selling. It really wasn't a buying moment as much as we're not selling anymore. But then we traded DL Hall and we went all in on with Corbin Burns, and we went to the playoffs, had a lot of success that year. And you thought, okay, we're going to build off that with this young core of Adley Rutschman, Gunnar Henderson, Jackson Holliday leading the way. Grayson Rodriguez did not work out, so we sent him away, but we thought we had Kyle Bradish and Trevor Rogers. And we were drinking the Kool-Aid too, Josh. We were drinking the Kool-Aid too. We both had bold predictions about how this team's going to finish top in ERA.
I believed it. I sucked into it. I believed we were going to have a bunch of all-stars. I believed Gunnar Henderson was going to be one of the best players in baseball.
Yeah. Okay, so let's get into a few specifics here. You mentioned Gunnar. I heard. Did you hear? Mike Bordick was on.
Mike Bordick was excellent on
with friend of the show, with Glenn Clark Radio, and he went on a rant about how Gunnar is swinging for the fences, and
that he put it on Pete Alonso joining the team, and Gunnar wants to out home run Pete Alonso, and he made a great point about how the entire team, but he focused on Gunnar, is not changing their approach at 2 strikes. That even at 2 strikes, they're trying to swing for that home run ball.
Yeah, and if you look at the stats, it bears out what he's saying. So here are a couple Gunnar stats that I found interesting. Gunnar's strikeout rate last year was not a great year for Gunnar. It was a down year. His strikeout rate was 21%. Struck out 21% of the time. Yeah. He's striking out this year 30.7% of the time. So 30% of the time he's striking out up there, which is
It's
way above
unacceptable.
league average.
It's
His-
unacceptable for Gunnar Henderson. That is Chris Davis material.
His walk rate has dropped every year. 2 years ago, in his great year in 2024, it was 10.8, dropped to 9.5, and now this year it's 7.4. So he's striking out more. He's walking out less. And then I went over to the Baseball Savant page to see if that could shed any light into what's happening here. And there's a couple interesting things that emerged from his Baseball Savant page. One is, and this might contribute to Mike Bordick's argument, one is launch angle. So presumably, if you are trying to hit more home runs, you're going to try to increase your launch angle.
Yes.
In 2024's great year, his launch angle was 9. Last year was 9.5. This year, his average launch angle is 17. So he has a much higher launch angle.
17 is pop-up material.
Yeah. Here's another interesting one. One more kind of interesting stat from the Savant page. It's kind of remarkable, Josh. The last 3 years, Gunnar Henderson has had the same exact pull percentage rate. So the amount of times he pulls the ball when he hits it. He's pulled the ball 36% of the time the past 3 years. This year, the pull rate's up to 52%. So he's pulling everything. And most of that, 33%, is pulled into the air. As opposed to last year, it was 15. The year before that, 14% of the ball is pulled in the air. This year, it's 33, which is kind of wild. And so all that to say is, and it actually is, to some extent, working because Gunnar has 9 home runs this year, and he has 17 all last year. But I think it's also leading to a lower batting average and more strikeouts and less walks, all that other jazz.
But I think that launch angle is on purpose because I
pulled up to try to hit more home runs.
Right, because I pulled up who would you think of that hits home runs constant that you would, if you're Gunnar Henderson, you would try to follow and try to copy.
Oh, if as an Orioles fan, the answer is Aaron Judge because he's the home run every time he's up. Yeah.
Last year, Aaron Judge's launch angle was 19. 2024, 19. 2023, 20. 2022, 15. So his launch angle is all right now. It's averaging 14, but it's all he's got that high launch angle. He also is in a smaller park most of the time.
Well, and they're just different hitters, right? It feels like Gunner's trying to be like Gunner should be the 30 for 30 guy. He should be hitting doubles, triples, home runs, stealing bases. He's not just exclusively a power hitter. And also, Aaron Judge just walks a whole lot more.
He does.
And hits for a better average.
He's way more selective.
So I don't know. But you're right. It feels intentional. The launch angle thing feels intentional. And maybe it'll work out in the end, but it's inconsistent with his entire career up into this point.
And it doesn't make sense. What it is it's a guy playing for himself instead of for the team. Because when Pete Alonso was brought on this team, the idea was, Gunnar, you're a number 1-2 hitter. Your job is to get on base and let other people knock you in. And if Gunnar is determined for this all or nothing approach, why does Craig Alvarez have him in the 1 and 2 hole all the time? It makes no sense. If the high launch angle guys are not going to be at the top, you got to bump him back. And you put guys on base so that at least when Gunnar flies out to the warning track, someone's there to tag up in advance.
Yeah, I didn't check the box score today, but there's a guy who I think probably had maybe 3 runs scored today because all he did was get on base and let everyone else.
Mr. Adley Butchman?
No.
Or Taylor Ward?
Mr. Taylor Ward. All he did was get on base in front of Adley and let Adley drive him in all night. And so because that's he is and we'll get to it. I have some things that I don't understand. And at the top of my list this season, like things that just are weird to me about this Orioles season. At the top of my list is Taylor Ward because this dude is weird.
He's a guy that I expected to see home runs, but I love his approach at the plate where he's just trying to get on base.
Yeah, and the weird thing about it is this is like inconsistent with all his previous other seasons. Like he's always been a decent walk guy, average walk guy, power hitter, low batting average. This year it only has 1 home run, but it gets on base all the time. It's like a different guy.
Yeah, he had 3 walks tonight.
And scored 3 runs.
and scored 3 runs. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's almost like he found a different approach with this team where he has Gunnar ahead of him and Adley behind him. So he knows he just has to get on base.
Yeah. I mean, for me this year, I think he would be him and Adley are my, and maybe Garcia if you want to throw in a bullpen arm, but they're my Oriole MVPs at this point in the season.
I agree. Adley has been probably my favorite of this year because he's been pretty consistent. I know he went down, he was hurt a little bit, but he's been consistent enough at the plate when he's playing. And I don't know if it's the pressure of Sammy Basello being there or what it is, but it's working for Adley.
Yeah, he had a couple of rockets today for doubles, and he's been consistently good all year. And so, and I think it's also just, it's another thing I don't understand because, he had a decent rookie year, and then the last 2 years has been just abysmal. And so you thought, well, maybe this is who the expectations kind of low for Adley, and yet he is completely kind of turned around. I think how people view him.
Yes.
And now if he can continue to play like this, he's going to be again talked about as one of the elite catchers in the league. That's how well he's playing. So hopefully keep that up. It's been a great season for Adley.
Can you help me out with the lineup stuff? I've never seen, like, when I watch the Yankees, they've got the same lineup every day. When I watch the Dodgers, they've got the same lineup every day. Maybe Ohtani's pitching this day and you're shifting things a little, but structurally it's the same. Maybe you have a different lineup for a left hand versus a right hand starting pitcher.
Right.
The Orioles have had the same lineup twice out of 36 games or whatever we're at now.
Buck Showalter would not approve.
There's no consistency. And I know I complain because the consistency is Henderson's always in the 1-2, and I don't.
Yeah,
like
you
that
want
with
him
the
to
way
switch
he's
at the
playing.
lineup. Yeah,
I want him moved back. I love Ward as
that'd
a
be another
leadoff.
new lineup.
I love Ward as a leadoff because he gets on board. I'd put Adley at 2 because he gets on board. But there's no consistency. And I feel like, wouldn't you want to come to the park and know, like, okay, this is generally where I play? I'm in number 6 all the time. Or are we making too big of a deal of the lineup construction and it more has to do with managing through health issues?
Yeah, don't say we're making too big of a deal. You are making too big of a deal.
Well,
and I'm not. Yeah, and I don't know how much everybody's talking about this, but Manager Albanez, and I used to call him Albie because we were boys like that. But since the ship comment, he's back to Manager Albanez.
Yeah,
he could maybe
go
back to it.
Oh, who was it? Was it Brenton Hyde that used to talk about points? We got to get more points than the other team. Was that Hyde when he first came on board, and that rubbed me the wrong way? That was his stupid comments.
No, that was after Hyde was fired.
Oh, that was the temporary guy.
Yeah, the interim. So, and I thought you were going to go with like Adam Jones and his best thing about Baltimore is
his BWI.
His BWI is
No,
you're thinking of Tony Mentalino with the points stuff.
With the points comment.
Well, I'm sorry. I think the lineup construction is there's two things that play there. I think the injuries have been kind of insane. And so that's injuries. And I think it's also like players are just not very good. And so I think like the Colton Cowser thing. Colton Cowser, here's another thing that I just don't understand. How can Colton Cowser and Tyler O'Neill be this? I understand every player has struggles. Tyler O'Neill and Colton Cowser are so bad at baseball. I think to combine, they have like 10 hits this year. They're so bad at baseball this year. It's unbelievable. And so part of the thing is like Colton Cowser. Yes, I think Albanez would love to put Colton Cowser as your everyday center fielder. But the fact is he's not very good at baseball. And so now they had to go with Tavares at center. And that's a change because Tavares has played really well and he hasn't. The other thing.
Why hold on, put Cowser. Why is Cowser so bad? And
people say he can't hit any off-speed pitches.
Yeah. So why did no Orioles see this last season? Why did they not work on this offseason?
Well, how did Mike Elias go with Colton?
Right. So how did Mike Elias go into this season with Colton Cowser going to be your center fielder when he can't hit the ball?
Well, that's what we said, and we were talking about this. How this is an area, a position that potentially needs to be upgraded, and I'm surprised. I mean, but I thought, okay, we'll have to see how Cowser is doing in May and June, and maybe we could do something at the trade deadline. But he's been so bad that even before we get to May, they're like, we got to do something just because he doesn't hit the ball out of the infield. Like, we just got to make a change here. And Tavares has played really well, to Tavares' credit. The other thing you're happening with the lineup, just logistically, is they're being flexible with the DH, I think, and moving that around a little bit, which I think is fine. And Blaze Alexander is playing every freaking position on the field.
He is.
And so that's messing with the lineup too,
right.
I think.
And that's nice to see.
So I think the lineup is similar. Like the same guys are near the top, the same guys are in the bottom. They're just subbing different guys didn't play in time. But
can I tell you
I have no issue with the lineup.
Can I tell you who is a worse center fielder than Colton Cowser?
Worse than Colton Cowser?
In the American League
offensively? Offensively? Oh, you're going to throw out my boy Cedric? You're going to put my boy Cedric under the bus?
Your boy Cedric that's got a 139 batting average right now?
Yeah. Is he still playing every day down there, I wonder?
Let's see. He played May 6th. He actually got a hit.
And Colton Cowser was like runner-up for Rookie of the Year 2 years ago.
Yes, it does.
And Tyler O'Neill, for like 5 years, was a really good Major League player.
Right.
Why are these players so bad? It's like it's just so bad.
We hear this on pitchers all the time when they make their turn, but has the league really figured out Colton Cowser? Like, here's the pitch he can't hit, so that's what we're going to throw him?
I guess so. I mean, in 67 at-bats this year, he's got 12 hits. He's batting 179. I mean, what are we even doing out there?
Right. Well,
no home runs.
Right.
Just
the only reason
doubles.
he hasn't been sent down is because we don't have someone else that can field his spot.
He's still a good defensive outfielder. So that's and we don't have a great defensive outfielder, and that's something that Tyler O'Neill doesn't have going for him either. I mean, Tyler O'Neill's numbers aren't much better. He's got 46 at bats and 9 hits this year.
I know. Tyler O'Neill, though, I also didn't expect anything
one
from.
home run.
In fact, I didn't think he'd be on the team still at this point.
But isn't it crazy, Josh? When we signed him from Boston, he had 31 home runs for Boston and just playing in 113 games for Boston. So not even a full season, because I'm sure they're platooning him and maybe an injury in there. But 31 home runs. We've had him here for 2 years, and he's had 10 home runs for us.
That's all the entire time. That doesn't make any sense.
It's just wild how these players drop off.
It is. Who I'm trying to look up. Who I was trying to look up who plays center field or some outfielders in AAA, and it's
we've
Judge
talked
Fabian,
about
who's not ready yet.
Right, and we've talked about before. We hope Enrique Bradfield Jr. Can at some point be that guy. Right. I mean, I assume he's starting at center for Norfolk, right?
Let me see. He did not today. Let me go earlier. Maybe it was an off day for him.
Yeah. But he's the guy that you would like to see offensively take the next step, so he can, because defensively he's that guy, but right now offensively he's not that guy. So
let's see.
But yeah. And if you think about our other outfielders, like, can anyone else play center field? I mean, they've used Blaze Alexander out there at center, which I think is a testament to they don't have confidence in. I mean, you don't want to put Taylor Ward out there. Tyler O'Neill, you don't want to put out there.
Bradfield might be hurt because he's only played in 13 games.
Okay, he gets hurt a lot too.
Yeah, and that's a good point to talk about injuries, because we did get some injury updates like 2 days ago, where Jackson Holiday, who we thought was coming back, had a setback, and he's now going to be reevaluated soon about his hamate bone.
Josh, okay, the hamate bone, this stupid little bone. Okay, at the beginning of the offseason, it became kind of a thing, or the middle of the offseason, it became a thing. Oh, all these players are getting hamate bone injuries. It was stars.
It was
Corbin Carroll, Francisco Lindor, and Ham. 3 really great young players. All right. Francisco Lindor this year has played in 24 games already.
All right.
And Corbin Carroll has played in 32 games this year. And meanwhile, our guys played in 0 with the same injury. How?
Well, and
Why?
he's set down again now, where they're waiting to
He's
evaluate.
had many
if he-
set. This is like a third
Right.
setback.
It is. So they say they'll evaluate soon if he can do a rehab. So maybe rehab next week. Heston Kjerstad, who hurt his hamstring at the end of like a
What
couple
hasn't
weeks
he hurt?
before spring training ended, has not played anything and will be evaluated soon about whether or not he can go rehab.
All right,
Ryan
Heston
Hensley
seems
will
close.
finally start throwing tomorrow or Thursday, Friday. They were saying he will start throwing to be evaluated if he can go to rehab next week.
Yeah, and Rico Garcia has done a nice job in that closer spot
He
for
has.
Helsley, but it does feel like you're running out of kind of arms you can rely on that bullpen, and with these close games, they're being like you need Helsley back there as soon as possible. So hopefully it's not too serious with him and he can get back.
All right. Then Jordan Westburg got shut down this week from throwing with a setback. Is it time to just write off Jordan Westburg for the year?
I've already been done written him off.
I think he's done.
Yeah, you hope he can come back for June next year.
Right.
I'm circling June 2027 because he's going to have Tommy John surgery.
Oh, yeah. They thought they could put off the Tommy John till in the offseason, assuming there's going to be a lockout. And now if he can't even throw and you got to send him back for that, there's no point. Go get the Tommy John. We'll see you next year.
Right. Yeah, I don't know what we're doing here.
Yeah. Stop delaying.
And it stinks, Josh, because Jeremiah Jackson and Blaze Alexander are nice players. They're not as good as Jordan Westbrook and Jackson Holiday.
They're supposed to be on the bench. And that's where I give a little bit of this, where I talk about defensive mistakes. Jordan Westbrook and Jackson Holiday are better at that. They make your defense better.
Oh, and they're better than Kobe Mayo. Yeah, too. Yeah.
Yes.
Absolutely.
They also are better offensive at getting on base.
Yeah.
So those are two guys that it does sting to not have these two guys in your lineup.
Oh yeah, I mean they'll be. They both will be near the top of the lineup. So you're taking two. If you take two players near the top of anyone's lineup,
one of
them
them's
away.
Third, one of them's fifth, basically. Yeah.
Yeah. And you take them out of the lineup, and you replace them with just below average major leaguer. It's going to hurt your team offensively. Though.
Yeah. Especially when you're right, we're replacing it with Kobe Mayo, who's another guy he had one good series where he was hitting the ball.
Yeah. And when he hits it hard, man.
He does, but it's not working again. He's still sub-2 batting average.
Yeah. And you can live with one guy like that, but we'd already talked about O'Neill and Kowser. Like this stuff just adds up when you have several players in your lineup who are hitting like this. So
right. Taylor Ward, 285, Jeremiah Jackson, Pete Alonso, Adley Rutschman. I think those are the only guys with decent batting averages.
Yeah. I mean, there's guys like I think Samuel Basayo had a great game, almost hit for the cycle the other day.
He did.
I think he's been really good, and Pete Alonso's heating up. So I'm high on Basayo and Alonso as heating up. I'm high on those guys, but and Dylan Beavers has been okay, and Tavares has been good.
Beavers has been good for what I expect from him offensively. He's been very disappointing defensively. I thought he was a better outfielder than he is.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd buy that. But the offense has been okay. I was expecting some more home runs. The whole idea that
what are you talking about? Okay, it hasn't been okay. Gunnar Henderson 201, Beavers 217, O'Neill 196, Kowser 179, Mayo 152. You're calling that okay? These are everyday players.
Where do you think we rank in runs scored in the American League?
I know we are negative like 36 for run differential.
Okay, but I'm just saying runs scored. We're just talking about offense. Offensively, where do we rank in the American League, Josh?
Not enough runs because we're losing all these games.
All right, but I'm just saying if you had to rank for runs scored by a baseball team, rank the American League teams. Where do you think we rank in the rankings in terms of how many runs we've scored?
Well, I know the Yankees are number one.
Yankees are number one. Yeah,
I know that.
Close. Yeah.
I would say the Baltimore Orioles are probably mid tier 10.
Okay.
10. Bottom
Okay.
bottom half, but middle.
Okay. They're number 4, Josh.
They're
Okay.
number 4.
4. Yeah, only behind the Yankees, Astros, and Twins. Then the Orioles.
All right. We do have a problem in the American League that I should have taken into account, that the entire American League sucks.
Yeah, that's true too.
Everyone in
the
the
Yankees, that's true
all
too.
the American League teams except for the Yankees suck. They are all.
That's why I asked
low-scoring.
you in the American League, and I didn't go all of baseball.
All right, see, you got me with the American League. All right,
If you
fine,
go all
you're
of baseball,
4.
we dropped down to 11th. So still,
That's-
but still in the upper half, and better than last year.
All right,
I mean,
fine. But-
you're focused on the negative. I mean, they're got, like we talked about, the Russians have a nice season, but
Yes.
Basayo's hitting the ball hard. Alonso's starting to turn seasons around. Ward is an on-base machine.
Okay.
So
All right.
there's a lot of, in my eyes, I mean,
And how-
Tavares has had a really nice season. In my eyes, there's been a lot of positive. Jeremy Jackson, a couple grand slams.
All right, fine. And yeah, the night of 2 grand slams was fun.
Yeah.
All right, but if you want to play the where do we rank in runs scored, then where do we rank in runs given up in the American League?
Right. And I think this is actually, and we haven't gotten to this, but I think to me, this is the bigger concern.
Yeah, it's a huge concern because it's not just starting pitching and it's not just bullpen; it's all together.
So
But can you answer my question? Where do we
What?
rank?
I can answer that.
All right, where
In
are
the
we?
American League,
And,
you're
no,
being
you know what?
nice.
I'll be nice. All right, do you want to go American League or all of baseball? Because it's not pretty either way.
Oh yeah, I would say we're in the bottom 3
All of baseball. And
in
how
all of
about
baseball.
how about on the American League?
I'm trying to think who was worse than us. Surely there's one team worse than us. So I would say we're second worst.
Yeah, I believe Houston is worse than us.
Oh yeah, Houston. Oh my,
Houston
their
is worse
bullpen. We
than
played
us.
them. Their bullpen. Yeah, Houston
Yeah.
is really bad. Yeah, that makes sense
Houston,
actually.
the bottom 3 in all of baseball: Houston number 30, Washington number 29, the Baltimore Orioles number 28. We give up an average of 5.59 runs per game.
5 point. That's a lot of runs.
Yeah,
But Josh, if you look at it, to
You know how mu-
to me, yeah.
yes.
Go ahead.
The Yankees give up an average of 3.3. So
Yeah.
we could play the Yankees and the Orioles 162 games and lose all of them.
I don't think that's how exactly that works, but
That's
I
not
get
how
your
it
point.
works. But that's my point.
Well, Josh, the thing that gets me though, and we can talk about team ERA and stuff. I think the bullpen has been okay. To me, the starting pitching, specifically, we were so high. You were really high on Shane Baz. I was super high on Trevor Rogers, Kyle Bradish. I thought, give me these top 3. Give me Rogers, Bradish, and Baz, and let's rock and roll against anyone. Now, part of this discussion has been injury, and it's amazing. We talked about the pitching
Yes.
depth at the beginning of the season,
Yes.
and we've gone through all that starting pitching depth we've had, by the way.
Yeah.
We used, I mean, what are we, like 35 games, 45
I-
games in? We used 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 starting pitchers already. What?
Trevor Rogers goes on the 15-day DL with a sickness. He comes out of the game early with a sickness and they put him on the DL. What type of sickness sends you to the DL?
I heard somewhere he had the flu.
What type of flu sends you to the DL for 15 days?
Maybe that, what is those cruise people get?
That's
The
The one where you
coronavirus or
die,
something?
where you die,
I
where
don't
your
know.
internal organs bleed and you die.
I don't know. Was it Kittredge who was out for a month with an infection or something? I don't know
I
what's
don't
going
know.
on here.
You know, if Trevor Rogers dies, that would explain the bad performance.
Yeah, I mean the if you look at the numbers though, those top 3 guys, and it's also interesting. I don't know if it was related because you're right. The flu or whatever illness he had
Yes.
coincided with him pitching really bad as well. So
And
I don't know if
they-
that's a
he came
coincidence or
out-
not.
He
If
came
he
out
was-
extremely early in that game.
Yeah,
Like, even for how he was pitching, he came out too early.
yeah.
So something happened there.
His ERA is 4.75, and that sounds really bad because that's almost 5 runs per 9 innings. But actually, of our top 3 with Kyle Bradish and Baz, that's the best of the bunch. Kyle Bradish, who I thought, after last year, coming back after injury, had half a season to get back into form. I was expecting Kyle Bradish to fight it out with Trevor Rogers for the number 1 spot. He's 1-4 with an ERA over 5. And then Shane Baz is right at 5 with a record of 1-3. So these top 3 starters, Josh, that we were counting on, have an ERA of 4.75, 4.99, 5.03, have a total combined record of 4-10.
Yeah,
I mean,
that sucks.
These are our top 3 aces, our top 3 starters. What are we doing?
Well, I believe they're trying to celebrate the City Connect by going with that 410 area code.
Oh, is that what it is? That 410?
Yeah, they wanted that 410.
All right.
And yeah, it says Trevor Rogers on the 15 DL with severe illness, flu, that caused a loss of strength. So he couldn't throw the ball hard enough, which is why they pulled him out.
That's a nasty flu.
That's a nasty flu.
Because you get 5 days in between your job. You get a 5-day break.
Yes.
And you can't recover in 5 days that you need that's a nasty flu.
Yeah. Is COVID back? Or is it did he go on a cruise? You're right.
Yeah. Anyway, I mean, the good news is this isn't any type of elbow or arm thing.
Right. In theory.
But
as
the
long
bad
as it's
news,
not a Heston Kjerstad illness.
Right. But the bad news is this doesn't really explain why he's been terrible. I mean, maybe he's been sick the entire season. I don't know.
Well,
but it wasn't just that one start.
Well, kind of. It was the start before that one. He looked bad. And then that start, he looked real bad.
Right.
But before that, he was doing okay. His first few starts of the season, he was looking all right.
Yeah. And Bradish seems like he just can't locate his fastball anymore. He's walking a lot more guys. Yeah. He's kind of the balls aren't going where he wants them to go.
It seems like it's control issues.
Which hopefully he can just figure that out.
Yeah.
But this is going to be Josh, and we can talk about the offense and we can talk about the struggles. But to me, it comes down to these 3 guys, Bradish, Baz, and Rogers. And if they're this bad all year, it's going to be a long season.
I agree with that.
But the injuries have been bad too. Like Kramer is out now. How long is he out for? Eflin's done.
Yeah, Eflin's done for the year. Dean Kramer, let me see if I can get an update. I will say that there were some bright spots tonight with Brandon Young, where he seemed to settle down and was looking really good.
Yeah, after he had some first inning struggles, and then he was really good the rest of the game. He seemed to have this like rising fastball or something. Everyone was just popping up his fastball.
Dean Kramer went on the 15-day IL on April 20th, and he is working on recovering, whatever that means. That's the update. And I will say that on Sunday, we got to see Tyler Gibson make his debut against that tough New York lineup.
I think you tried to combine Kyle Gibson with Trey Gibson.
Oh, did I? Oh, what did I say? I got the first name wrong.
Kyler Gibson. I thought you said, but no, there's Trey Gibson.
Trey Gibson.
Go Flames.
Yeah. I still want him to come out and share why he got suspended at Liberty, because it's some stupid Liberty rule.
If we could ask, I've been suspended at Liberty as well. If we could have one guy.
What was yours for? R-rated movie or in a girl's room?
No, this is a long story though. But I'll tell you what happened just briefly. We were moving apartments, okay?
Yes.
And we had some friends of ours. And we said, hey, listen, we don't want this couch. You want to come pick up this couch? Okay. And the friends of ours came and picked up the couch. And then the friends of ours, these weren't really friends. These were just guys we know from our old dorm.
All right.
They picked up our couch and moved it to their apartment. And then next thing you know, we get a call from the dean. We're in trouble because they found beer bottle caps in the cushioned seats of the couch. And the guys called the dean on us for drinking. And we were all of age, but you're still not allowed to drink. Yes. And we were off campus. And
that is 100% the reason I want Trey Gibson to share with us why he got suspended, because I assume it is something stupid like that.
And so this little snitch got me in trouble, or got 4 of us in trouble. It was outrageous. And I had to work in the kitchen, and I had to go to a Bible study. It was outrageous.
Yes.
And pay a fine.
Yeah, that way they could pray the beer bottles out of you. That's why I want to hear the story from him. But I I thought he went 4.2 innings. I thought he was pretty good against the New York Yankees.
Oh, against a juggernaut lineup. I agree.
Yeah,
I thought
that's a scary team for your first start. And I
Yeah.
hope we get to. I don't know if he's pitching again this week. I hope.
No,
we
he
get
was
to see more of
rewarded
him.
with the demotion back to Norfolk.
Yeah, they'd love to do that. I know we've got Cade Povich tomorrow.
Yeah.
but
I mean,
I'd
we're
love-
relying a lot on Young,
We
Povich,
are.
Gibson. We weren't expecting to rely on them this early.
Right. We knew the way the Orioles are that they would all get time up here.
Right.
We
This
just
is
didn't
the way
expect it.
baseball is. Yeah.
Yeah, and we didn't expect it all at once. We thought you lose your number 5 and you give these guys a try. Not you lose number 1 and 5 and 4 and suddenly you need them all.
Yeah. I mean, who are they? I mean, we lost Eflin, of course, and then
right.
Rogers, and then Kramer. So we lost three starters right there.
Yes.
Oh, hey, what is Wells? How's Wells doing?
I wanted to ask you about that.
Is that he's talking about? Yeah.
Wells got demoted. Wells has been
Yeah.
frustrating in the bullpen.
Yeah.
Do you think he got demoted to say, hey, this bullpen thing's not working and we really need starters? Let's get you stretched back out as a starter? Or do you think it was go down to Norfolk because you suck and get it straightened out and come back to the pen? Because I was high on Wells thinking I've seen lights out stuff from him. I thought he could be a late inning guy.
Yeah, my
And
bold
he is-
prediction would be he lead the team in
close saves. Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, he sucks. Is it that he doesn't have the mental stuff to be a late inning guy, so they're going to put him back in the rotation? What's he doing in Norfolk?
Yeah, no, this doesn't seem to be. I don't think this is performance related because he wasn't. I don't know. I haven't read the quotes on it, but it wasn't that bad. He was
No.
not as good as we would expect him to be. There's been a lot of moving parts in the bullpen and the rotation as you're kind of making room for other guys. So you have guys with innings. There might be some of that to it, but that's an interesting point. At this point, you might, and I'm curious to see how he's being used. Has he pitched at Norfolk yet?
That's what I'm trying to look up.
Yeah, look that up for me, Josh. Because I'm curious, because that's a really good point. Like maybe with all these, like who is the next starter up after
Because-
Gibson and
Right, 'cause
Povich and Young? I don't know
I
who the
thought
next guy is.
No, and I thought Wells would be the guy that you would use.
Like maybe
let's see.
Albert Suarez, but then you get into like a opener situation. I don't know if Suarez can
Right.
start for us. So you might be setting Tyler Wells down there to stretch him out, given all these injuries. That could be an interesting. And that would make sense on his demotion too.
No, Tyler Wells pitched in 14 games for the Orioles. He pitched 18 innings out of the bullpen. He got 18 strikeouts, but
All right,
a
that's pretty good.
3.44 ERA. That's not horrible.
No, it's not horrible.
Only one loss attributed to him. That's not bad. He has not done anything with Norfolk yet, as far as I can tell. So I'm really curious about, is it to prep him to be a starter? That's what I would do if I was the Orioles. Is he's been in that starting role before. We've got enough injuries that you're like, all right, with Eflin out for the year, you need someone. With Kramer out long term, you need someone. And I would try to get Wells up in here.
Yeah, that's a really good point. I mean, I assume he'll spend the minimum time down there, and then come right back up, given our needs of arms. But this might be something to watch for. That could be a good call, Josh, to transition him to a starter. Given our, I mean, and we're the first week in May. Hopefully Kramer comes back, but hopefully Rogers comes back and is perfectly healthy. But we already know Eflin's done for the year. So
Tyler will be eligible to return on May 17th.
Yeah. So we'll see.
I can't find anything about what the plan is or why he got demoted or anything.
All right. I think it was just a numbers game for a fresh arm.
Maybe. But they had, with the doubleheader and stuff, they had extra men they could bring up. And it's not like he was horrible.
Yeah.
And it seems like they would make up an injury to make it shorter or something. Who knows? But I guess since he's bouncing back from injury, they can do it as, hey, we're going to save some innings.
Yeah. I just I was just doing my own research to look at, maybe they listed him as the starter at the for Norfolk for tomorrow. And then I got excited because I saw Wells is starting tomorrow at Norfolk.
It's wrong
But
Wells.
it's
Wrong Wells.
it's Levi Wells or
Yes.
Levy Wells.
Yeah.
Not
And that is not Tyler with a mustache.
not
It would be
Tyler
fun.
Wells.
It'd be fun if it's him disguised.
Yeah.
So I don't know. We'll see. Let's see. Where's Norfolk playing right now?
They're playing home against Gwinnett.
Oh, that's right. It's on TV tomorrow night. I did see that during the Masson broadcast today.
So you can watch Wells pitch on TV.
Masson is going to carry it tomorrow afternoon at noon. So good chance to check in and see. Look for a Tyler Wells sighting.
Yeah.
In fact, I bet that's when did Tyler Wells got sent down Thursday, Friday, something like
I
that.
think Friday, yeah.
And the Tide have not been home yet. So that's probably why he hasn't joined the team.
Yeah, it could
Because
be.
he's a big enough guy to be like, I'm not going to join while they're on the road. I'll just wait until they come back home and I'll work out here.
Yeah. All right. So we'll watch that.
Keep an eye on that.
Yeah. But man, we're already into that pitching depth and having this. I mean, I don't even know. We have to look at if there's any. I don't know if there's any other starters on like the 40 man. We'll have to probably add someone to the 40 man for another starter. It's kind of wild. But
Yeah,
I mean, hopefully,
yeah.
hopefully we won't need anybody for a little bit, right? Because I mean, Povich will pitch, and then hopefully Rogers will come back before you know it, and then just Young and Povich can get us kind of carry us over. It's also combining with this long stretch, right, of off days. When was the last time we had an off day? Because we had that weird Monday series.
We had a rain out that became a doubleheader.
Right.
But that made it worse because that was right before the New York City, New York series.
It did make it worse.
Do we have Monday off? Let's see. No, we have the Athletics at home this weekend, which is the Tupac game. And then we have the Yankees at home in Baltimore Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. And we finally get an off day on Thursday. Our last off day was April 27th. That wasn't even scheduled. That was scheduled. April 27th. So we have so that'd be 1, 2, almost 3 weeks between off days.
Yeah, and then throw a doubleheader in there.
And you throw that doubleheader in. It's a tough series, and that's what they were talking about. New York to Miami. Miami's not more of an equal team, but it's a tough series. And we're home with the Athletics, home with the Yankees, get an off day, and then we go to Washington, go to Tampa.
All right. Well, Tampa's been playing really well too, and Athletics actually are first place in the West. They're playing pretty well too.
Yeah. And the Yankees are the Yankees. We're going to try to squeeze one of them out.
Right. And the Nationals, I'm embarrassed to say, have the same record as we do. So
yeah. And remember, we looked like crap a couple weeks ago against the Red Sox, where we came out strong. We scored a bunch of runs that first game, and then couldn't do the rest on a team that we should be better than. So we'll have to see. Defense sucks, offense sucks, bullpen sucks, starting pitching sucks. It's tough to say. The positives are a few individual performances, and we did win 2 against the Marlins. So we get a chance at the sweep tomorrow.
Yeah. I mean, I think there's really some bright spots offensively. It's hard and we talked about it before, but when Mayo, Jackson, and Blaze are in the lineup every day, it's hard to generate runs like that. And Calger, throw Calger in there.
Yes.
Like if you look at yesterday's game, even when we scored 9 runs, if you look at the bottom of our lineup, Calger went 0 for 5 with 3 strikeouts. Mayo went 0 for 4 at the bottom lineup. And then Blaze went 1 for 4, batting 9th. So the last 3 guys in your lineup, right, are 13 at bats and 1 hit. I mean, it's hard to win like that.
We are currently 17-20. When do you think this team gets back to 500?
Oh,
So you're going to have to
man.
win 3 more games than you lose.
Yeah.
And when you look at the stretch coming up, maybe we squeeze one more tomorrow. Maybe we squeeze one with the Athletics. But then do the Yankees knock us back 3 more?
Yeah. I mean, I think you hope to take 2 out of 3 against the Athletics. If we don't get to 5, how many are we? 3 under now?
We're 3 under.
Yeah.
So you hope you get one tomorrow.
We gotta get one tomorrow and then take the first 2 against the Athletics. If we don't get that one, we're really screwed for a while.
Right. No, I'm right there with you. With any luck, if the Orioles play the way they played yesterday and tonight against the Athletics this weekend at home, get a little home cooking, we can get to 500 by Sunday. If we don't, the Yankees are going to knock us back some. Then we've got the Nationals and Tampa Bay and Detroit and Tampa Bay and Toronto, Boston, Toronto, Seattle. It gets really tough.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about it before.
We're going to be flirting with 500. That even if we get to 500 this weekend, we're going to be flirting with it up and down below for the next month.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about before the schedule in April was very soft, right?
It was.
Pirates, White Sox,
yes.
Diamondbacks, Giants, Red Sox, very soft.
But right now we're in the tough part.
Right.
Of the schedule.
And so we came out of the tough part kind of right around 500.
Yep.
And then we've placed the Yankees and they kicked our butts and now we're losing 4 in a row to the Yankees. I mean, it's a killer. And losing combined the first game 2-7, then 4-9, then 3-11, then 1-12. They're just not competitive games.
Yeah.
And there were moments we got to the starters. There was moments, but just all in all, it's just not competitive.
Now, in all of the American League, there are 2 teams above 500.
No, there's got to be at least 3.
The New York Yankees, 25-12. Tampa Bay, 24-12.
Aren't the Athletics over 500?
Athletics are 18-18.
Oh, they're right
and
at
they're
500.
your 3rd highest score.
Okay.
So that's if you want to pull out some positives, we have 17 runs. Right now,
Wins.
Wins. 17 runs would be a different problem. We have 17 wins. Yes, that means 3rd place in the American League East. But it only takes 18 wins to be 1st place in the Central or in the West.
So the good news is if we played in the Central.
The good news is we're still in wild card position.
Okay.
Like, I believe technically we're a half game out of the wild card, but you don't count that. We're still in position for that at this time.
Because
we can play well.
At this point, if Tampa Bay would be a wild card and the other 2 would be under 500.
Yeah, they'd be under 500. Exactly.
Right. Okay.
So we're close enough, but I said at the beginning of the show, the entire American League sucks. So we'll be okay.
Yeah.
It just looks a lot worse because the Yankees are a juggernaut.
And it is. It's a long season. I mean, what the Phillies, fired their manager and they looked like they had the worst. I mean, 2 weeks ago, I was texting our friend Adam and said the Phillies had the worst record in all of baseball. Yeah. And now all of a sudden they get hot. They win a bunch of the games in a row. Now they're 17-20. Same record as the Orioles, and they're looking okay.
Boston Red Sox. Boston Red Sox fired 5 people. They fired everyone. They cleared house when they were in Baltimore. They got 16 wins. They're 1 win behind us.
Right.
So it'll all be
okay.
It's
a long season.
It's a long season.
I don't know
if it'll be okay. What we need is Kerstead. We need West. We won't get Westberg. We need Kerstead back. We need Holiday back. We need Rogers back. We need Kramer back. We need all these injured Hensley back. Helsley. We need all of our injured guys to get back and contribute.
Yeah, I mean, if something as simple as Rogers and Bradish pitch how they're capable of and how we expect them to, I mean, this is a different team, and I would add Bass to that thing too. And so, to me, yes, you want Holiday back, and it'll make a team better when he comes back. But to me, I go back to that starting pitching, and if those guys can play like they're capable of, then we'll be fine. And they're all, I mean, I think they're all healthy. The top 3 at least. I know we got the flu situation, but all the arms are intact. So
Yeah.
that's at least good.
And Baz, I feel like Baz is getting better. I feel like he's settling down. So I've been much happier with Baz. Where is Chris Bassett? Is he hurt?
No, he's good. He's starting every 5th day with the Orioles. He just started a couple days ago.
Did he just start a couple days ago? All right.
Yeah.
I think Baz and Bassett have settled down a little bit, and they're doing their roles fine.
Yeah. I mean, Bassett was atrocious at the beginning. Baz seems to get I don't know. Well, yeah, Baz has really good stuff. It's hard to say because he got beat up a little by the Yankees, but everyone gets beat up by the Yankees.
Right.
So yeah, I'm willing to chalk Baz up
right.
to let's see more.
I forgot Bassett did start yesterday. So he was 4 innings yesterday. 6.2 innings against the Astros, 5.1 against the Royals, 5 against the Guardians. So he's in there again. It's about all these starters getting past 5 innings. Right.
And that hasn't been happening as much as we wanted to. Specifically, it never happened against the Yankees. And if you take Bassett, if you take his first 2 or 3 starts away.
Baz got 5.2 against the Yankees.
All right, but still gave up like 5 runs.
6 runs, yeah.
Okay, even worse. But if you take away Bassett's first 2 starts, or maybe 3 starts, he's exactly kind of what you want him to be. Each innings, gives up 3, maybe 4 runs, but throws 5, 6 innings. He's that 5th starter, that ideal fifth starter that you want to have. So I'm okay with that. It's just like, and you can continue doing that, and that's fine. But man, whenever Bradish starts or Rogers starts, it should be like we should be the favorite, and it should be a low-scoring game, and we should be able to win those games. And that's not happening right now, and that needs to start happening. So,
yeah,
and it would help if our defense played better, and it would help if we scored more runs. All that stuff's true too, but
now,
I want to see them pitch better.
Yeah, Bradish has a 5 ERA, but really, he's been doing pretty good at getting to 5 innings. He did not with the Yankees. He went 4.
Yeah. So, all right, Josh.
Fix everything. But it's not. I'm glad we waited to do the show after winning 2 games, because I would have been more.
Because you were off the ship?
I was not off the ship. I was just
people are talking that maybe you were off the ship.
No. I did make a TikTok saying this team is embarrassing.
Yeah.
And I stand by that. Their play is embarrassing. I've never seen so many stupid errors.
Yeah.
Why can Rutschman not even figure out to challenge pitches? And all right. Look, I know we're wrapping up the show.
Yeah,
I know we've gone an hour. Okay. I've got one catcher question for you. And I don't know if you've noticed this.
And then I can ask you how Gunnar Henderson get picked off twice in one game. That happened a week ago.
Yeah, that's a good one too.
We can all talk about it.
No. All right. Yeah. I want to talk about your guy. I want to talk about your guy, Samuel Basillo.
Mm-hmm.
Why does he not give a pitcher a target? Am I crazy? But I watched the game. He never holds his glove up.
He has it down. He has it down like by his feet. Yeah,
it's always down.
And then he raised it up.
Like
I think it might be part strategy because you don't want the hitter to see where you're going with the ball. That's my only thinking. Like you don't want the hitter to see where the target is.
Right, but doesn't that help the pitcher?
No. But the hitter. If the hitter sees you're setting up outside, the target's outside.
I guess
maybe
so.
It's less likely.
But it looks weird watching him catch, and I guess it's because it's not. We haven't had an Oriole catcher that does this in the past.
Yeah,
so it just always looks like he's not ready when the pitch comes.
But it can't be something he's just kind of going rogue on. Like it has to be something they've talked about,
or something he's done his entire career. I don't know.
Yeah, but if they wanted him to give a target, he would give a target.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
It's just weird watching it on TV, and especially without the strike box all the time.
Yeah. Josh, what are your thoughts on Samuel Basillo was a home run away from the cycle, and yesterday he was pinch hit for Adley Rutschman, who ended up getting the game-winning hit. But that's a bold move to take out a guy who was and a bat away from the cycle.
Yeah, but
Your
it worked.
Young, highly paid stud, but it worked.
You got to win. You got to play.
If it didn't work, I would be on here criticizing like crazy. But it worked.
Right,
so
I know.
It was a good move.
Worked.
Yeah, gutsy move.
I just Googled why does Samuel Basillo not give a target, and it is considered a modern approach to catching.
Okay.
That it's not.
Is he still the hitter doesn't see it?
That's the many contemporary catchers, including those in the Orioles system, avoid setting a stationary target to prevent tipping pitches.
Yeah.
And focus on receiving the ball rather than just framing it. So I bet that's part of it is a shyness of kind of working away from pitch framing because of ABS.
I don't know about that, but maybe. I don't know. I have to look at the numbers. I'm sure you can get numbers on percentage, ABS percentage in terms of who are the best catchers in
Right.
terms of ABS. I don't know where Rutschman and Basallo are on that list. That's something to look. Probably too small of a sample size anyway as they get used to it. But something to pay attention to going forward. That's maybe the new framing. Who's the best at calling?
I see
at the challenges.
I see AJ says, "Man, Framber would have been nice to have. Didn't he just get suspended for like 2 weeks?"
Yeah, he had a bit of a temper tantrum on the
Little bit of a
mound.
hothead issue.
Yeah, where he started just throwing at people.
Yes.
But the interesting thing is, but I do agree. I would like to have Valdez on my team because, and this is why I hate that their starters have struggled so much too, is because everyone else, all the talking heads, said Orioles need to add a top rotation arm. Orioles need to
and
add a
guess
top
what?
rotation
They
arm.
were all right.
And last year we said no, we got Grayson Rodriguez, and this year we said no, we got Trevor Rogers.
Yes.
And I hate for them to be made right again, but right
Yes.
now it's looking like we are missing a top rotation starter, given
Correct.
both the injuries and the poor performance of some of our guys.
Correct. Agreed.
Yeah, and Valdez hasn't had a great year so far,
No.
but nor is Suarez. But I still would
and-
like those guys on my team.
I'm not jumping off Mike Elias' ship yet.
Well, is this Mike Elias' ship or the Orioles ship?
Well, I don't know. I'm just saying. Either way, I'm okay.
Okay.
I'm not fed up with Mike Elias.
What
yet. I know a
about
lot
what
of
about
people
what about but what about Craig Alvarez, Josh? Are you jumping off the Craig Alvarez ship?
wanna-
You want to put Buck
I
Britt
am
in there
not-
now, don't you?
I am not praising Craig. There's been lots of things early on the season coaching that I saw that I liked of Craig. I loved the way he was doing spring training. I liked the way they had a rough outing at home and he had them out there working out pregame. I'm not jumping off your Craig ship. I think the manager, he's fine.
Okay.
Maybe he got hit in the head with that ball a few weeks ago, and maybe that is causing him to have some lineup construction issues.
It's interesting. Manager Alvarez, and again, he's not Albie to me anymore.
Yes.
Maybe he'll work his way back to Albie, but things like, the fact that he doesn't know the Orioles, he just got here, right? He doesn't know the history. He's been here for 5 minutes with that comment, and then I start to notice too. Oh, that Boston accent becomes really obnoxious when I don't like what he's saying. It becomes really obnoxious, and
when
so
they are losing, the attitude becomes annoying.
Yeah, and so I like him overall, but then when I get irritated, and then I start to listen to him, things irritate you that didn't irritate you before.
Yes.
And so that's kind of where I'm at this week
Right.
with Alvarez. But I don't think we
All
should change managers or anything crazy like that.
No,
We're not
but
there
here's
yet.
what we should change. It's time. It's time to put him down to rest. It's time to get rid of this guy.
Who?
He no longer needs to be associated with the team. The players have moved on from this guy.
You
He
talking about
has
Brady
lost-
Anderson,
He has lost the clubhouse.
Cal
They have
Ripken?
moved on. It is time for the Orioles to get rid of Mr. Splash.
All right, there.
The Orioles aren't doing a water celebration. Yes, we have a lame home run celebration.
Fly different. Josh,
I don't mind this when you get your double, but what's your celebration for a home run? I don't mind fly different.
Do you know what it should be?
What should it be?
I don't know, Josh. You're the idea, man. You have all these ideas. You can't
Yes.
criticize somebody. Here's my idea.
All right, fine.
What's
Here's
your
my
idea?
idea. I'll give
Okay,
you an
let's see
idea
what's a better idea. Okay.
for
a home run
home run celebration.
Home run celebration.
All right, arms out like angels in the outfield when you round third base. Third
Okay.
base to home, your arms are widespread like you're a bird flying into home.
Okay.
That's
Here's
what
my
should
idea.
be the home run celebration.
Here's my idea. Have a bird cage with a few Oriole birds in the dugout, and they get released, kind of like the dove flying. You release some Oriole birds out of your cage for
All
the
right.
home run.
All right. I hear what you're doing. You're saying
not
like real
bad.
birds. You're saying like
Real Oriole
out.
birds in a
All right,
cage. You
fine.
let them out for the home run. They go
Fine.
flying.
Fine.
I think
If
that's
we're
kind of
doing-
be kind of cool.
Yeah, that would be cool. That'd be cool. Sometimes when you go to the Ravens game, pregame, they'll have like a raven fly down.
Yes. Can
Same
you
idea.
train Oriole birds? Maybe you can train some Oriole birds.
I don't know if you can.
Okay.
All right, I'll give you. All right, if we're given stupid marketing ideas
Okay,
that we
this
have to
might-
replace Mr. Splash with,
I wasn't stupid, but okay.
I
Continue.
will play off yours one more. Get rid of Mr. Splash. We've been doing a lot of construction on Camden Yards. It's time to update the bullpen. Let's put a big cage over the bullpen and say, "Oh, we're getting another pitcher out of the bird cage."
And
we open up the bullpen,
into a
and
huge bird cage.
here comes the new bird out of the bird cage into the game.
All right.
So stupid.
That's not bad. That's not bad, Josh. Not
But
bad.
it's better. But you know what? They're all better than Mr. Splash.
I don't know why you, Josh. We did a nice hour and 5-minute podcast. We could just wrap things up. But you had to go out of your way to take shots at Mr. Splash for some weird reason.
That's how it goes.
I don't know what you got against Mr. Splash.
I think we talked too much about Orioles today.
Yeah, I know. All right. Maybe we'll talk about Wolf Lodge and Little League. And
I would like the Orioles to come up with a home run celebration. Then maybe they'll start to hit some home runs.
Yeah. All right. Even more because Pete Alonso's starting to hit him.
He is.
Buckle up.
Alonso is. Yeah. Pete Alonso's woken up.
Taylor Ward needs to start hitting them soon too. Though I don't want to say I'm happy if Taylor Ward just keeps on doing what he's doing now. I'll take it.
I love him and I love what he's doing. I love what Adley's doing. Just keep playing the way
Taylor Ward is not at all the kind of guy I expected.
No. I thought he was a home run guy. I love the double guy.
Yeah, the double walk guy
and the walks. Yeah. All right, let's get out of here.
Yeah, let's get out of here. Follow us on all your social media platforms. We apologize for missing a couple weeks. Hopefully, Josh, we're gonna go back to a weekly thing, right?
That's the plan. I was really sick last week. I traveled and then I got real sick and it screwed everything up.
Well, I just wrapped up my semester, so I got some more flexibility now.
All right, good. Yeah.
So
we're gonna get back on this every week.
Thanks for listening, boys and girls, and as always, go O's.